hello to all the guys, gals, and non binary pals. We are like halfway through March. So, you know what that means? It's time to look ahead to the spring 2026 anime that are coming out. Let's go check it out. All right, so getting to it, spring 2026. Now, full disclosure, I tried recording this once already. Um, so this time around, I'm actually just going to skip around to the ones that are definitely on my watch list. So we're just going to get right to that. Starting off, very first row here, number 3 on AniChart is Tensai Shintara Slime Date Ken 4th season, reincarnated as a slime. I've been following this show ever since it first came out, and I'm very excited to just watch what's going to happen next with his near godlike powers. It's been fun to watch them build up their country and develop in the society of the world. Following that, I'm also going to be watching the Classroom of the Elite. I can understand why it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I enjoyed that. At least it's a high school show that has a bit of a twist on it, even if it does kind of have a normal power scaling thing that it does, based on class rank and everything. I enjoyed it because I thought it was enough of like a twist on just high school shows, and for once it wasn't a romance. Although I want to put this out there right now, I do I watch a lot of romance shows, um, because I genuinely enjoy them, and also maybe a part of it is I just want something other than isekai. We have a ton of isekai these past few years, pretty much since I've started watching anime as heavily as I have, starting in 2011. That's when I can say I've started dedicating time to watching anime. Isekai has just been becoming more and more dominant in the in the medium. But not to get too distracted with that. Moving down the list, right below it, Dr. Stone. Also a fun one to watch. And it says the third and final core of the 4th season. So I'm wondering, all right, fourth and final core of the fourth season. The way that they've set these seasons up has been interesting, but again, as I said at the beginning of this, these are the shows that I'm definitely just going to be watching as the season comes along. Moving down the list, Iruma-kun. I going to be following that one. Isekai Nonburi no Ka, the farming life in another world. That one came off interesting. I mean, it's a tiny bit cliche, I'm sick, I got reincarnated world. And the thing he loves the most to do is farming. And farming makes him one of the strongest people in the world. It was fun. It was a fun watch. So that's why it's going to be on my list like that for that reason. Um, this one, I have not read any manga or anything for it, but obviously I've seen it around Marriage Toxin, um, because as it reads, for centuries, the deadly arts have been perfected for those known as the masters. Among them, the poison masters of the 5 great families hold the most fearsome power and influence. Hikaru Gero, heir to the poison masters Gero family, has lived his entire life in the underworld, far removed from love or marriage, but when the Gero family had decrees that Hikaru's sister must bear him an heir to preserve the bloodlines by force, if necessary, Hikaru resolves to protect her at all cost. It is then that Hikaru encounters Mei Kinosaki, a brilliant marriage swindler who becomes a target of his latest job, realizing that the only way of solving his family's succession problem and protecting his sister is through marriage. So it seems like kind of a interesting thing. I'm sure yes, comedy is that it's gonna be kind of like he's gonna be like the straight man and like funny things are just gonna happen to him. So I am looking forward to that one because I think it's just gonna be I think it's gonna be funnier than the visual is going to give it intentions for. I think it's going to be one of those where it's like a very straight laced guy in a very serious situation just has funny things happen to him. So I'm looking forward to watching that one. I am also very much looking forward to Akane Banashi, the this one here. Gonna load up. Yes. So I have read a few of the manga volumes for this one, but it's about Akane Osaki, captivated since childhood by the magical performances of her father, Shinta Arakawa, witness a shocking incident during his performance for a promotion to Shin Uchi. 6 years later, now a high school student, she sets her sights on becoming a Shinuchi herself, pushing forward in the highly competitive world of rakugo, which is one of the traditional arts, theater arts of Japan, where they're telling an entire story, doing all the voices just by themselves as they kneel on a stage. Um, so based on what I've read in the manga so far, I think I'm gonna enjoy this one. Let's hope. Let's hope the animation holds up for the art style. Moving further down the list, um, this one because yes, as stated earlier, I am a sucker for romances, but otaku ni yasashi gal wa inai. Gals can't be nice to otaku is I think the English title that they've gone with on it. Basically, this one is there's a guy. He basically like it's what would happen. Likes an anime, and it's what would happen if you crossed Magical Girl with Pokemon or Digimon. So they're magical girls with companions that they use in their battles, and he likes it. He's just he's the otaku, the nerd in the class. But one of the popular girls in his class is also a big fan of it, and they kind of she figured out that he likes it. He figured out that she likes it. You know, both ways. So they do talk about it sometimes, but then she has to act uninterested. Like that. And then, so that would be the kind of the brown haired one here. The blonde girl in the class, she is also one of the popular girls too, but she's just more of the like very outgoing garu type, but she's also not, she's pretty open. She's not judgmental at all towards the guy and what he likes. And she's like, hey, I got younger siblings, you know, maybe I'll check it out. So that one, pretty excited for. I only read volume one of it because that's what I could get in the library. But yes, really looking forward to that one. Oh, geez, rental girlfriend's coming back. All right. Well, that has its fans. Because I watched the first season because it felt big when it was coming out, but I really have not kept up with it. But who knows? Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know. Um, Niwatori Fighter. Now this one, I'm sure the joke has already been made by others, but I'll make it. It's going to give a whole new meaning to a cockfight. Come on. KG, the neighborhood cock of the walk, is more than just an ordinary rooster. He's humanity's greatest defender. His opponents may be 10 stories tall, but nothing is bigger than his stout heart and fearsome battle cry. Ko ke koko. um, it's so crazy. I have to check it out. So that's a definite on the list. Now this one over here. Kamina Botan Yoru Sugu wa Yari no Hana. Kamina Botan is a 20-year-old college student. So first, I'm happy that there's someone older in the story, but of course they're only like a few years older. They're still in college, but When you get into your 30s like me, you'll take any amount of years out of high school when it comes to your show just to see something different. Please, anime studios, please start making older shows. When I say older, I don't mean etchy. Just make serious shows. I mean, I and here's the thing: I was younger when I first saw this, but Welcome to the NHK. I was like, oh, great, he's an adult now, a pretty not the best example of an adult to grow up. Maybe Gench again would be a little better because they all grow up and get jobs. Maybe that's a better example than Welcome to the NHK. But yes, they're adults um, living life. Could we just get a little more of that? Um, Love is Hard for Otaku. There we go. A better, even better example. It's like they're grown ups, but they're doing their stuff. Anyway, I got distracted. Kamini Botan is a 20-year-old college student. At a welcome party for the dorm she is assigned to, the dorm leader, Ibuki, gives her a highball to drink and she becomes pretty tipsy, leading her involvement with Ibuki from now on. A tipsy, teasing girls comedy. Um, so yeah, a GL college age comedy. Um, Now we'll see how strong the comedy comes out of that, but I want to check it out. Continuing to move down the list. Now this one looked kind of funny. Jisho Akuyaku Reiju na Konyakusha no Kansatsu Kiroku. Um, I read it's basically he's the prince and he is the girl here, Bertia. She says in her previous life, she knew about this world because it was in an Otomo game, and she is the villainess. So she is going to try to be the villain of this world, even. So I think that's going to be funny to kind of see a story where it's like they're intentionally being the villain. I wonder if it's going to get messed up like the I'm going to blank on the name now, but he's a middle-aged otaku, has an otaku wife. Their daughter is an otaku, and he gets transported into the game, and he is going to be the villainous. But everything he does turns out being nice, and there are actually funny moments where he acts like a middle-aged man in this world where he is like a young heiress who is supposed to be mean and everything. So that'll be. I'm gonna check it out, hoping for a funny situation like that. And continuing down the list, not seeing too many other ones. I did see talking about wanting like some more mature series, but this one looks like it's going to be maybe a little too mature. It's going to take itself too seriously. Um, like I did watch one. It's Sing Yesterday for me. Um, Now I watched the whole thing and it was all right, but like when you look at all the other shows that um, might be for the adults, like just taking themselves a little too seriously, especially since this one, the whole thing is supposed to be about the Yokohama Museum of Art. It's like you're putting yourself in this serious situation. Um, so I don't know. I might check it out hoping for a better story, but I'm already not 100% sold on it because I think they might just be it might be one of those shows that you feel sometimes it's getting made to promote the place and not the characters. Now place is important for a storyline, but if they're going to have 12 episodes of being like, oh, and let's check out this exhibit, then I'm not going to continue it. um Now this one again I was interested in, hoping for some comedy. It's Tadaima Ojomasu Ojamasare Masu. So this is what it means to have roommates now. Office worker Rinko, 24, lives alone and is secretly an otaku. One day, her apartment gets connected to the two neighboring rooms through a hole in the wall. In the room on the left is a fresh-faced yet mysterious guy who is overly sweet to Rinko. The room on the right is occupied by a guy with violent tendencies who is similarly mysterious. But wait, I think I know him. Oh. Rinko's only source of solitude, her apartment, has been turned upside down now. Every day is full of heart pounding surprises. Yes, it's going to be a very straightforward, probably romance show, but we'll see how this one goes. Um, and then if this is the art style, that'll be fine. Now, what they mean by violent tendencies, we shall have to see. Moving down the list, let's see anything I missed here. This one, the visual on this one did catch my eye. Hyaki Yako Sho. Ritsu inherited her sixth sense from her grandfather, along with the demon guardian named Blue Storm. Strange things just seem to happen around these two, and it's left to them to get to the bottom of all these mysterious events. Each story is independent but features recurring characters you'll come to know and appreciate as they, each in their own way, try to deal with things not of this world. As I said, starting this, the visual caught me because the art style is very different from anything else we often see in anime these days. Um, so the visual struck me, and then the fact that it's kind of like a horror mystery, which I don't watch a lot of, I'll be honest. So it'll be nice to like shake it up, see something different this year. And those are about all the shows I think I can handle in a season, outside of work and family and taking care of the house and everything. It's can be tough out there for an anime watcher in their 30s these days, I think. Yeah. So if you feel so compelled, share your thoughts on what's coming up this season. And I'm excited to see how this season actually turns out. I hope that the shows I'm checking out are all good. I hope that some of the sequel seasons coming up, they don't fall off the cliff in terms of the story. Let's hope everything stays consistently good. I'm not really worried about Slime. They've been good the whole time. Um, Classroom of the Elite, I can see where that show might just get stuck, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So yeah, if you enjoyed this and you want to follow along, please like and subscribe, get the notifications, do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you next time around.